Okay, so I've decided to drill out my Nuovo record brake levers and turn them into super records. I have done this before. This will be, I think, the third set I've done. I've marked out the dots where I'm going to be drilling. They're all in the right place. I'll show you how I did this little guideline down the centre there, although I didn't have to do it on the other one, to be honest. I got that pretty much spot on just by eye. What I did is I zip tied a zip tie to the brake lever. I did one zip tie at the bottom, one in the middle, one at the top, and then I centered it, and then I drew the lines and got my center. So basically you want to line up the first dot with the little peak of the triangle there, and that's where you start. You do one at the top, and then you do another one at the bottom, and then you'll be able to work out the distances between each dot yourself. It's not that difficult, to be honest. You can probably do it by eye rather than trying to measure it. I mean, how are you going to measure a curved lever like that? So anyway, yes, I've got my bench drill set up. Let's get a bit of a better shot of that. And I've got it on the floor because look at the size of it. It's really heavy. I can lift it, but I don't really have a table big enough to keep it on. I do have my workbench that will take the weight, but it doesn't fit. My workbench is a little bit too short, and plus I've got obviously the shelves up, and the cabinets and all the bits and the vise. So I'll be working just down on the floor. I've got it all set up, and yeah, I'll set the camera up, and you can watch what I do. Okay, I'm all ready to drill. So I've had to throw a bit of light on it, so the light looks a bit dodgy and all dark in the background, but I can see pretty good. There you go. Okay, only 29 more to go. Okay, done the centre line of one there. You can see I've got it down there spot on. A little bit of a dodgy one in the middle there, but pretty pleased with that. Alright, let's do the sides. And how many more to go? 20 more to go. So that's taken me about half an hour to do 10. So, right. Okay, so I've done one of the levers. I've done the side and the centre of this one. That's all I've done so far, so it's getting a bit late. So I've done 20 holes on this. That's taken me about an hour and a quarter, I think, to do that. So still got to do the holes down this side, and then I'll go around and, well, once I've done that one as well, and then I'll chamfer off the edges of this all properly and then fill them in with black. You'll see when I'm done. So obviously I didn't want to film me individually doing each one of these holes. That would have been the most boring video ever, but yeah, come out pretty good, I think. Right, so yeah, I'll crack on with the rest of it tomorrow, I think. Okay, I've done one lever, as you can see. Turned out pretty good. So what I'm going to do now, focus camera, is use this little tool. I have no idea what it's called. I was told before, but I've always thought of things like these as reamers. I don't know if that's the right tool, but so I'm going to go around and slightly countersink each of these little holes, just like the proper levers have, and we'll have a look at it afterwards. Let's get a better shot of it there. Here we go. Looks good. Okay, one down, one to go. It turned out pretty good, that one. I'm going to countersink these holes a little bit more. I've done it once already, but you can barely notice it on the camera, and I have filled them in with a tiny little spot of black paint in each of the holes, but I think they actually looked better when they were shiny. So yeah, I'll go over those again, and then I'll start on the other one. But there you can see it's turned out pretty damn good. So oh yeah, and I was wearing goggles, obviously. So right, let's crack on with the next one. Okay, so I redid the countersinking. I went over it again and sunk them in a little bit more. I think it looks much better now, and also the black paint that I put in the holes, it's gone now. I took it off obviously when I was redoing it, but I think it actually looks better like that without the blacking, so I'm going to leave it like that. So anyway, that needs repolishing, and move on to the next one. So yeah, oh yeah, you can see I've actually changed the dots on here as well, because I wanted them to line up better with the ones that I've done already on the other levers. So, and these were slightly a little bit higher up altogether, so I've moved the whole set of dots down. And again, I've done this by hand. I've tried different methods, marking bits of zip tie and all sorts of methods, but I think just doing it by eye is actually the best bet. Well, it works for me anyway. So right, let's get on with drilling out the other lever. Yes, you can see when I'm drilling out the levers from the little clips that I don't use any special mounts or anything like that to do it. I have tried doing that before. I even had the little vise clamped up in the on here before on the little workbench bit, but that didn't work as good as literally just doing it by hand. I line it up all by hand, just hold the lever in place and then drill. I do make sure that I'm going in straight. For instance, on those bottom two there, I'll go in like that, and then I'll move the lever around like that and like that, and eventually to the end. And I just use blocks of wood, little old scraps of wood that I've got around. Really nothing super technical, obviously, but I have tried it other ways, and it just seems to work better the way I've been doing it. So I mean, it's a bit dodgy having my hand that close to the drill, but you know, I've been doing stuff like this a long time, so touch wood, should be all right. So right, let's get on with the next lever. Right, so here's the drilled out campagnolo levers that I've done, all finished with the nice white hoods back on, new old stock hoods, and yeah, I'm pleased with how they've turned out. I mean, they're not perfect like the proper super record brake levers, but a couple of little bits where I'm off a tiny little bit, but you honestly, I doubt anyone will notice. Might take these with me to the next bike jumble and show a few people I know and see what they think. I did a set before and I showed a few people them, and they had to like check twice when I said that I drilled them out myself, and once they had a good look they could kind of see where I was off a little bit. But yeah, I'm pleased with how they turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video of me drilling out these campagnolo levers. If you like this kind of thing, then keep an eye out for more videos coming up, and like and subscribe. And if you've got any questions as well, just pop them down in the comments and I'll try and get back to you. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully catch you again next time.